What's going on, Behemoth Slayers? AJ Thunderbolt here, and welcome to the guide on how to get heroic dies in Dauntless. Now, before we get started, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload if you are subscribed. Also, feel free to share this video with a friend who either needs help getting Dauntless dies, who wants to see what the dies look like, or you think would just like my channel in general. This guide will be, first a guide on how to get them, and then I will be showcasing the dies. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay everybody, in the description down below, I'll leave a timestamp to the die showcase if you want to check that out. But right now what I'm going to do is show you guys and tell you guys how to get die. Mainly tell you guys. To get a heroic die from any behemoth, for this example I will be using the heroic Ragetail Gnasher, though I probably won't be getting the die in this video just because getting the die can take anywhere from like one hunt to a whole bunch of hunts. It's based off of RNG, a random number generator, and every time you slay a behemoth, you have a chance to get that die for that behemoth. So, say I wanted the heroic Ragetail Gnasher die, what I would need to do is repeatedly slay heroic Ragetail Gnasher until I get the die. What you want to do is you're going to want to do the heroic hunt for that behemoth that you want, or if you want the Shroud of Rezakiri die, just do the Shroud of Rezakiri hunt. And you're going to want to do it solo if you can get it under 5 minutes. Although if it will take over 5 minutes or you'll die if you do it solo, then do it with the group, but it's better off to do it solo. You also want to do it as fast as possible. Do that multiple times and you have a chance to get the die. And I'd say it's somewhere in between the difficulty to get a shard and exotic. And you get shards and exotics the same way, except exotic you want to do heroic or heroic plus patrols repeatedly instead of the heroic behemoth. Right now I'm going to go into a heroic behemoth fight, and the behemoth will be the heroic Ragetail Gnasher. So I'll get into that fight and we'll see if I can get the die first try. Alright girls and guys, I'm on the airship for the Ragetail Gnasher hunt. And I'm just going to ready up and then just skip through the hunt, and I'll see you guys at the end. Alright everybody, the heroic Ragetail Gnasher has been successfully slain, and let's just see how I did. Okay, 2 minutes and 53 seconds with an S+ rank. So this is what you're going to want to do, and now we can actually see if I got a die, which I didn't. I wasn't expecting one, but basically what you're going to want to do if you don't get the die, do the hunt again at the same exact way. Just try and get the fast time for the heroic hunt and just do it over and over again until you get that die. That wraps up the how to get the dies, like the guide, and now I'm going to be showcasing the dies. And the dies will be showcased on the Hunt Pass armor for this season. So the Ultra armor at level 50 with the Elite and the regular armor. The first die that I'm going to be going over is the Smolder die. You can get the Smolder die by slaying the heroic Firebrand Cherog. And this is what it looks like. There's one armor, and here's the other one. Just turn it around so you can really see. The next die is the Wildfire die, which you get from slaying the heroic Scorchstone Hellion. This is what it looks like on this armor. And this is what it looks like on the other armor. The next die is the Unbreakable die, which you get from slaying the heroic Rockfall Skarn. And this is what it looks like. Next up is the Plume die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Moonreaver Shriek. or Shrike. This is what it looks like on this armor. So let me just turn it around so you can see. And here it is on the other armor. The next die is the Rockstar die, which you can get by slaying the heroic Shockjaw Nay Zaga. Now here's what it looks like. Let me just spin it so you can see it better. All the way around. And now for the other one. The next die is the Vicious die, and you can get this die from slaying the heroic Deadeye Quillshot. And this is what it looks like right now. So you see here, and I'm just turning it around, all the way around. And now this is how it looks like on the other armor. The next die is the Supernova die, which you can get from slaying the Rezakiri. This die is one of my personal favorites, and I like to use it a lot. And here is what it looks like. Here's the first armor, spinning around. And now for the second armor. The next die is the Opalescence die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Valamir. This is what the die looks like. Wait, hang on a second. Here we go. Now let me just turn it around. For the first one, and now for the second one. Next up is the Sovereign die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Koshai. And this is also another good one. Just a nice emerald green all the way around. The next die is the Eclipse die, and you can get it from slaying the Shroud. And this is what it looks like. I'm just spinning around here. And now for this one. This next one is another personal favorite of mine, and this is the Sub-Zero die. You can get it from slaying the heroic Frostback Pangar, and it's just a really nice shade of blue. The next die is the Grievance die, and you can get this die from slaying the heroic Ragetail Gnasher. So let me just spin this one, and now to go on to this one. Let me spin it. Wait, hang on. There we go. The next die is the Virtuoso die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Tempest-born Stormclaw. This is one of the newer dies because previously, before like a certain time, Tempest-born Stormclaw didn't exist. I'm not sure when it was added in though. The next die is the Stagacity die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Winterhorn Scrave. This, like the other die, is a newer die because Winterhorn Scrave didn't always exist, although I'm not sure when they added it in. So here's it on the other armor. The next die is the Progenitor die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Razorwing Carabac. And this die is just like a purple kind-ish, like indigo kind of die. And here's what it looks like on this one. And here's what it looks like on the other armor. The next die is the Dominion die, which you can get from slaying the heroic Dreadfrost Arboreus. So here's what it looks like on this one. The second to last heroic die is the Riftborn die, and you can get this die from slaying the heroic Riftstalker, and it's just a pink dye, so if you like pink, here you go. Last but not least, the final heroic dye is the Bloodfire dye, which you can get from slaying the heroic Bloodfire Emberman. This is a really cool dye that I need to get because red is a really good color, and there aren't many other really red dyes. Alright everybody, that wraps up this video. Hopefully you found this helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, and you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, with notifications of course, and feel free to share this video with a friend who either wants to see all the dyes you think would just like my channel, or needs help getting heroic dyes. You can also use the method for getting heroic dyes to also get shards. And yeah, that wraps up this video, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.